Because we've lost so much recently, we face extraordinary challenges, but it is a new day in America. It's Inauguration Day for Joe Biden. And here's what it looks like this morning. The west front of the Capitol, where by noon today, Joe Biden will be sworn in as the 46th president of the United States of America. Our chief White House correspondent, that's Nancy Cordes, is there. Nancy, good morning to you. I can't imagine what it feels like there.
Good morning and welcome to a slightly windy Washington, D.C., Gayle. This is a view that never gets old. That balcony behind me is where President-elect Biden will deliver his inaugural address in a few short hours. But first, this morning, he'll attend Mass at the Cathedral of St. Matthew the Apostle, just down the road. Republican leaders Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy will join him at the service, as will Democratic leaders. Mr. Biden then heads here to the Capitol, where he'll be sworn in by Chief Justice John Roberts. Vice President-elect Kamala Harris will be sworn in by Justice Sonia Sotomayor. The Bidens are then going to head to Arlington National Cemetery to lay a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. And finally, Mr. Biden will then be escorted to the White House, followed by a virtual inaugural parade. Last night, the president-elect arrived here in Washington, D.C., setting the tone with a somber ceremony honoring the victims of the pandemic. Hallelujah. President-elect Joe Biden's first stop in Washington was the Lincoln Memorial.
To heal, we must remember.
To honor the more than 400,000 in America who have lost their lives to coronavirus.
Between sundown and dusk, let us shine the lights in the darkness along the sacred pool of reflection. Remember all whom we lost.
400 8-foot-tall lights now surround the reflecting pool on the National Mall. The Biden team says today marks a new approach to managing the pandemic. Once he is sworn in, Mr. Biden is expected to sign 15 executive orders and take 2 additional executive actions, including a nationwide mask mandate on federal property and the creation of a White House office to respond to the virus.
To give this committee the truth.
A third of his cabinet nominees sat for confirmation hearings Tuesday, laying out a massive shift in policy and tone from the past 4 years.
I look forward to leading the intelligence community.
Democrats say their top priority is getting Mr. Biden's Homeland Security nominee.
Mr. Mayorkas, welcome back.
Alejandro Mayorkas confirmed.
So help you God.
I do.
Especially after the recent attack on the Capitol. But Missouri Senator Josh Hawley announced he would block a swift confirmation because he opposes the new administration's immigration plans.
If people qualify under the law to remain in the United States, then we will apply the law accordingly.
Mr. Biden's political career spans 5 decades. He first ran for the presidency more than 30 years ago. It's a career that began in Delaware. His father moved the family there after he lost his job. Before coming to Washington Tuesday, Mr. Biden bid a teary farewell to his home state.
Excuse the emotion, but when I die, Delaware will be written on my heart.
The president-elect spoke at the National Guard base named for his late son, Beau, an Iraq war veteran who Mr. Biden often thought had a future in the White House.
I only have one regret. He's not here, because we should be introducing him as president.
Among the executive orders President-elect Biden is expected to sign today are a cancellation of President Trump's ban on travelers from some Muslim countries, an extension of limits on evictions and student loan payments, and rejoining the Paris Climate Agreement. So a very busy first day, Tony.
Nancy Cordes for us from what's been called democracy's front porch. Nancy, thank you very much.